the importance of sacrifice. And when we say sacrifice, we are doing this sacrifice the way the Prophet Abraham والسلام, did it with his son Ismail. And when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered him to go and do the sacrifice with his son, and he agreed to do that because it was an agreement between himself and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So he went and laid a boy for the sacrifice. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him a sibling azim, that means a sheep for the sacrifice. And when you look through these things, what happened before they went for the sacrifice, Abraham saw it in his dream. Ya habit, inni ara fi manamik, yes, azbahuk. I saw in my dream that I'm doing a sacrifice with you. So he was doing a discussions with the son. And also the son also, ifal mah tuhmal. My father, ya abed, ifal mah tuhmal. Do what Allah commanded you to do. That means he did what we call it a discussions, and the boy also did what? Do it, accepted it. So it's like whenever you wanted to do something, you have to do a discussions. You have to calm yourself and be obedient to whatever you are going to do. And not the son or not the sheep that is going for the sacrifice, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala want to see the taqwa, the piety, that is their belief, what they have in their hearts, that he loves Allah in his heart and Allah also loves him. So when you are going to do a sacrifice, not the meat, not the blood that is coming out, not everything, but your fear, the fear of God, of what you are going to do. And also, what I want everybody to know is, sacrificing yourself day-to-day activities, meaning you have to love your neighbor as yourself. It's also a sacrifice. You need to love your neighbor as yourself. We have to love each other. We shouldn't harm ourselves. In my the prayers and my submission in the other prayers, I was telling the Jama, the people, that we need to love ourselves, not to hate ourselves, not to harm ourselves. But the good books in front of us tells us to do that. So all of us, either you are a Christian, you are a Muslim, we need to come together and love ourselves so that we build a good nation. We are telling all the youths that they have to look at themselves and look at the elderly and judge between themselves and the elderly. When you are, doing something within your lifetime and you know that what you are doing will not give you, a good result, you have to, turn back. What I want to tell them is they have to be very careful because the youth are dying. And we see the elderly, that an elderly man will grow a beard and grow white, but the youth are going because they don't submit themselves to the elderly. They don't do what the subhanahu wa ta'ala Allah asked them to do. They need to be obedient. They need to calm down. The youth want to raise themselves to a level that it is not good for them. An elderly man will work for 45 years and will get some small Peugeot car or Smiley Benz to ride on. You see a youth riding the same car. The youth wanted to be the same. And when they meet in the traffic light, elderly man with his white hair will look at the young man, and the young man also will look at the elderly, and the elderly man will shake his head like this. I've worked for 45 years, and all what I've worked for is what I'm sitting in, and you are riding a smiling Benz. Where do you get that money from? And this is not within 2 months, and this is not the way you have to go. You need to work hard. Working hard is obey what the Almighty Allah asks you to obey. Abide by that. Then you go through life. When you go through life, you have to be obedient person. You have to learn so that you get a money that will come to your hands, blessed money, not money that it's not blessed.